3 o'clock in the morning and you're still glued to your phone. Or rushing to meet a work deadline. Think it's just a little tiredness tomorrow. Think again, this is far more than fatigue. Your body is undergoing irreversible changes. And 90% of people have no idea it's happening right now. Let's be honest, we've all been there. You tell yourself one night won't hurt, or I'll sleep in on Sunday to make up for it. Maybe you're scrolling short videos and just one more turns into 20. Or you're stuck in a cycle of late night work because your boss demands it. You wake up groggy, grab an extra cup of coffee, and get through the day. But the brutal truth is that one night is eroding your body's most vital systems, and the damage isn't temporary, it's permanent. You might think I'm young, I can handle it, or my grandma stayed up late her whole life and was fine, but science doesn't lie. The human body is naturally wired to sleep from 11 o'clock at night to 7 o'clock in the morning, especially between midnight and 4 o'clock in the morning. This is the golden hour for organ repair. Staying up until 3 o'clock means you're not just losing a few hours of sleep, but forcibly interrupting your body's self-repair. Over time, those missed hours turn into irreversible harm. First, let's debunk the biggest lie. You can make up for lost sleep. A 2022 study by Harvard Medical School tracked 1,000 adults for 10 years. Those who stayed up until 3 o'clock more than 2 times a week and slept in on Sundays had the same level of organ damage as people who pulled all-nighters every day. Why? Because sleep isn't a bank. You can't overdraw from Monday to Friday and deposit extra hours on Sunday to make up for it. Your body needs consistent, quality sleep, especially the midnight to 4 o'clock window, to repair cells, flush out toxins, and regulate hormones. Miss this window, and the damage keeps piling up. The World Health Organization classifies shift work that disrupts circadian rhythms as a group to a risk factor, meaning it's possibly harmful to humans, and staying up until 3 o'clock regularly falls into this category. But the risks don't stop there. Let's break down the irreversible changes happening in your body when you're awake at 3 o'clock, all backed by peer-reviewed research, not fear-mongering. Let's start with your brain, your most important organ. Between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning, the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory and learning, is working overtime. It sorts through the day's memories, stores what's important, and flushes out mental clutter like useless social media content or work stress. When you're awake at 3 o'clock, this process shuts down completely. Instead of cleaning and repairing, your brain gets stuck in stress mode, constantly releasing cortisol, the stress hormone, to keep you alert. A 2023 study in Nature Neuroscience scanned the brains of 500 adults aged 18 to 30. Those who regularly stayed up until 3 o'clock had hippocampi that were 10% smaller than those who fell asleep before 11 o'clock. 10% may sound small, but it's equivalent to losing 10 years of cognitive function. And here's the key. The researchers found no evidence that this shrinkage can be reversed even if you start sleeping normally later. That means every late night permanently impairs your ability to remember, learn, and think clearly. Worse, staying up until 3 o'clock accelerates the buildup of beta-amyloid protein in the brain, the same protein that forms plaques in the brains of Alzheimer's patients. A Stanford University study found that just one night of staying up until 3 o'clock causes beta-amyloid levels to spike by 30%. If you do this regularly, the protein accumulates faster than your brain can clear it, laying the groundwork for dementia later in life. Your liver is your body's detox center and works hardest between 11 o'clock at night and 3 o'clock in the morning. During this window, it produces enzymes that break down alcohol, medications, and environmental toxins like air pollution or chemicals in processed foods. When you're awake at 3 o'clock, your liver can't produce these enzymes efficiently. A 2021 study by the American Association for the Study of Liver Diseases found that staying up until 3 o'clock reduces liver detoxification capacity by 40%. But the truly irreversible damage is this. Long-term late nights cause oxidative stress in liver cells, harmful molecules, free radicals damaging the cell's DNA. Over time, this damage leads to fatty liver disease and eventually cirrhosis, liver scarring, or liver cancer. The study followed 2,000 people for 15 years. Those who stayed up until 3 o'clock more than 3 times a week were 2.3 times more likely to develop cirrhosis than those who slept normally. And once liver cells are scarred, they can't regenerate. That damage is permanent. Your immune system is your body's defense against viruses, bacteria, and cancer, and it relies on sleep to function, especially deep sleep between midnight and 4 o'clock in the morning. During this time, your body produces cytokines, proteins that fight infection, and natural killer NK cells, the soldiers that attack cancer cells and viruses. A 2020 study published in Sleep, the official journal of the Sleep Research Society, measured NK cell activity in 100 healthy adults. After just one night of staying up until 3 o'clock, NK cell activity dropped by 60%. That means your immune system is 60% less effective at fighting off illness. But the long-term damage is worse. The study found that people who regularly stayed up until 3 o'clock had NK cell activity that was 30% lower than normal even when they slept normally later. This damage is irreversible. What does that mean for you? You're 3 times more likely to catch the flu or COVID, 1.5 times more likely to develop cancer since NK cells can't attack abnormal cells, and when you do get sick, it takes longer to recover because your body can't produce enough cytokines to fight the infection. Your heart and blood vessels also need sleep to stay healthy. At night, your blood pressure naturally drops by 10 to 20%. This is called nocturnal dipping, giving your blood vessels a chance to relax and repair. When you're awake at 3 o'clock, your blood pressure stays high, putting constant stress on your blood vessel walls. A 2022 cardiovascular study by Harvard Medical School tracked 3,000 adults for 8 years. Those who regularly stayed up until 3 o'clock were twice as likely to develop high blood pressure and 1.8 times more likely to have a heart attack or stroke.